Thanks to the astronomers for hooking us up with the data that we use to heal people. Okay, so speaking of, we're talking about Cancer, Leo. I mean, traditionally associated with the moon and the sun, the two beings which from Earth we're honoring at the time of an eclipse, right? I mean, these are really profound times. The nodes where eclipses happen, as Julija mentioned earlier, they retrograde through the zodiac about 18 and a half years. It's actually 18.618 years, spending about a year and a half per sign. The North Node's been in Leo, South Node Aquarius since May of 2017, and they will regress into North Node Cancer, South Node Capricorn in November of this year, 2018. And this Cancer solar eclipse is the announcement that the shift is about to happen. So the eclipses have been moving from the Leo Aquarius realm, and they will move into the Cancer Capricorn realm. And there's a beautiful thing here because like the Venus star, like the Mercury star, like precession of the equinoxes, like Mars retrograding from Aquarius back to Capricorn, like Mercury's retrograde movement during these eclipses, we have the opportunity sometimes to go backwards. And instead of thinking Aries, Taurus, Gemini, what happens when we bring Gemini to Taurus? What happens when we bring Leo to Cancer? And that's where I would love for you to kind of focus in your own ceremony and ritual for this triple eclipse season. It's a powerful gate for so many reasons that we mentioned today, and so many reasons we don't have time to. But I will say this, my mantra for the fixed signs, which are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, fix yourself to fix the world. They are signs of personal empowerment, and therefore they are the signs that our twisted ass culture does its best to diminish and dim and mute. Because when you go into your Taurus, when you go into your Leo, when you go into your Scorpio, into your Aquarius, and friends, we are all of the signs, we are all of the cycles. When we go into those places, we are talking about expansion on a personal growth level, a personal empowerment. And Leo says, what are you manifesting? You are creator. You are the painter of your life's canvas. And usually we open into that Leo gift, if I can do anything, when we have a supportive, this is Cancer, tribe, you know, a safe place to sleep and eat and some comfort to reconnect to the dream and bring that into this way where we find the fire, not only in spirit, but bring it into the hara, our inspiration, where we can create from. Now we're bringing that fire back to the tribe, back to the Cancer, back to the home and family. And with all this retrograde motion and the opportunity with this total lunar eclipse in Aquarius for profound revolution within and then without, this is a time I think that's going to really open a gateway for us to get back into some of our patternings and wounds of youth, not only in our own individual experience, especially there, but also as tribe, nation, species. Like, we're having opportunities to go deep and go back. And the gift is to bring art to the mix. And to do this, Cancer, in tribe, in families, like call in the crew. And so the process that I'm sharing and that I'm committing myself to is a threefold process. And the last is something you're probably familiar with, which is to create a vision board. So if you're not, the general idea is flip through some magazines and grab images that speak to what you're calling in your life right now. If you practice astrology or you're following the chart, which house is the Leo eclipse, the last eclipse in for you? That's kind of the goal space, right? And so, you know, say that's in the 7th and you're calling in relationship. What is an image of beautiful love and supportive partnership and somebody that, you know, can teach you and learn from you and you can learn into the whole thing? What does that look like? What does that feel like? And can we create that as a collage, an artistic piece? And seeing that vision board every day reminds us subconsciously to manifest that and welcome that into our reality. But I would say start first with the opposite. I call it the compost board. So look at the patterns that you want to release. With the Cancer eclipse ending with the Leo eclipse in this triple cycle and the Aquarius lunar in between, that's great shift. Think about the things where mom maybe said, oh, for me, oh, like, you're a great musician, but honey, you should get a real job. You know what I mean? Or you can do anything you want except for those things you want to do. That stuff that isn't really said, especially that haunts us. Or the things that were said that really abused us and constricted us. Or the patterns that have plagued us in partnerships, whatever it may be. Look at that business and create art around it. Honor it, yeah? And so the compost board is something to do at the time of the Cancer solar eclipse, which is July 12th or the 13th, depending on where you live. And it's basically just symbols of the things that you're ready to release at this time. And play with that. Again, I think with the nature of Cancer, it's wonderful to do this in family and tribe. And it's not going to last that long. Don't take a picture, okay? You can show it to your crew and kind of reflect to one another what's going on if you're feeling that. But during the lunar eclipse, you're going to burn the thing, okay? So this is July 27th. And if you're someplace where you can actually see the blood moon, start a fire and burn it in front of the eclipse. If you're where I am on the West Coast, we're literally, the lunar eclipse is going to be during midday. So of course we don't see it because no moon's up, right? But the sun will be culminating. And so what I can do, in Seattle, it's 1:20 p.m. It's literally the sun at the midheaven. I can turn my back to the sun, have the courage to look at my shadow, allow that light to shine on the back of my heart and from me, and see that shadow bringing me into the center of Earth. And it will go sun, Brett, Earth, Moon, Mars, all in this alignment. I can still be part of the eclipse. A thing that you can do anytime there's a celestial happening that you can't see, go to the center of the Earth. That's where we're measuring these things from. That's where we're all connected. And so I'll actually, where I am, during the day, I'll use a magnifying glass so the sun's light through that focused energy can set the compost board on fire. Now the compost bit is this: save some of the ashes. And I love to say this: burn it and earn it. I mean U-R-N. You've already E-A-R-N. You've already earned this thing, or else you wouldn't be doing it. Earn it, U-R-N. Put it in like a vessel, like this being that is died and is transitioning. And grieve it for a while. Even if you're releasing patterns that have plagued you for years, decades, lifetimes, that doesn't mean it's not meant to hurt. Part of the process you'll find if you devote yourself to this open-heartedly is a gratitude for these things that have hurt, because they have helped make you you. And in that gratitude, you matriculate from that curriculum. And instead of purging the demon, we know alchemically the lead is the gold. That same energy that said no now can be composted, re-envisioned to say yes, and to teach a new course that supports the new you, who you choose to be. So grieving that process of the release is a very powerful thing that actually allows the ashes themselves to grow in their magical gift. And you're going to use those ashes in the glue of the vision board that you create around the third eclipse, which is August 11th, maybe 10th or 12th, wherever you are. And now we've taken that old energy, we've burned it, we've grieved it, we've retrieved the magic, and we're composting that into that which will hold the visions for the new us. And so I love the backwards energy of Leo, bringing the art to the tribe, bringing I can do what I want to the family patterning. And then the forward motion, a Leo eclipse or a Cancer eclipse, then a Leo eclipse, bringing in family, being together in community and tribe, but also committed to our own work. Fix yourself to fix the world. And Leo does this in the way of the fire. Love yourself. Fill yourself with you. We're told that getting full of ourselves is egoic and vain. Well, this is the mission for the Leo Mystery Schools, and it's time for us to bring bright light out of the shadows of a culture that would tell us that dim is the way of balance.